Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Diggs.
All right, welcome to the recap of M.O.A.M, folks. We survived the weekend. A little clap for everyone right there. I slept maybe 6 hours the whole weekend. These guys across the table here, we got Jen here, we got Clayton, and they slept in their RV in the cold.
Oh, that sucks.
Freezing.
Well, no, we had heat. You know,
for like
maybe like 2 hours.
2 hours
well,
of heat.
battery run out, and then we had the propane.
Y'all could have ruined me. Y'all got a lot of heat.
Nobody suffered. Nobody suffered.
It was like a sauna in your room, though. I was kind of wondering what y'all were doing.
I mean, we do a lot of things.
Well, what? No. So I want to give a shout out to our MC of the whole weekend, Mr. Keenan Sargent.
What is up, man? It was a great time.
What a step up, a great job Keenan did at the M.O.A.M over the weekend. Sure. So I was so proud of Keenan. I'm so proud of everyone. I want to do another real special shout out to Tracy Scott.
Yeah.
If you're seeing these photos coming out this week, she did those great photos. She nailed it. Yeah, she nailed it.
Spark of Light photography.
A.G. Shaw did an amazing job with the podcast studio upstairs. And one thing, Arch United, all of us from Arch United want to thank our partnership with Soldier by Blood and Louiswood Productions. Yeah. Mr. Tweezy the Don. Yeah, what a great partnership that was working with them. And we're going to do a lot more stuff working with those guys. And then Miners Theater. I mean,
no kidding.
That
beautiful place.
You know, Sean and Stephanie are great people, but it was the whole entire crew.
Yeah, they
the
were
whole board
all
members
so helpful.
so nice. I felt nothing but love all weekend.
Right.
I just felt it.
Same.
You know, so,
accommodating.
Yeah. So I want to stop me talking. Let's go around the table. What was one of your favorite moments? We'll just do each day. So Friday, we'll start with Friday. Was the opening networking event. What was your thing Friday?
Mine?
Yeah. Favorite moment.
I think my favorite moment was when the lights went down, the movie started, and just looking around and seeing everybody that showed up and showed out. It was just really cool to see everybody come together and fill that place.
Yeah. How about you, Clay? What was your favorite moment Friday?
I don't know. I mean, there was good things, you know. There was no craziness, you know. But no, not on Friday night. No, but
we could have.
But no, it was nice. You know, everybody's coming together. You know, the thing I keep repeating is that you know, everybody's on their own online presence, but it's hard. It doesn't seem like you get the people together in person to get, you know, to just share it and make it happen, you know.
Well, yeah, there were so many different genres, let's say, you know, so many different, like you wouldn't expect this group to be with this group and this group and this group, and they all do their own things individually.
Entertainment cultures.
Yeah. I mean, and that's great. You know, everybody has their own niche, but to see everyone come together in collaboration and put together the type of material and events that you did this weekend was just mind-blowing.
Keenan, what was your big moment?
Honestly, I think with Friday, you know, how we kicked it off, and, you know, everybody came in at like 5 o'clock or a little bit later, and then before we started the show, and everyone connected. It was just great to kind of just meet a lot of people that socialize, and of course, I want to also thank Miss Lily Jones and also Don P. They came all the way from Atlanta, and they podcasted, you know, half the time throughout the whole entire weekend. And honestly, that was just a blessing. You coming all the way out of the States to do something like that. That's amazing. So shout out to those two. We're doing a podcast, of course, with Don P. and his singing on Saturday. Like I said, the kickoff was just right, and then we just ended it great.
You know, my little thing here, I'll see if we can play a little video of this thing.
Oh, no.
I don't know how. I wasn't sure how this was going to come out.
We'll be launching the birth of what one day could be the biggest festival in St. Louis history. St. Louis Film. That word should have meaning for us today. We cannot be consumed by our petty differences anymore. Am I right? We need to be united in our common interests. Our common interests.
So I don't want to get flagged because that's a copyright song. So let me turn that down just for a second till the end, though. But that was a little Independence Day. I was thinking of what I could say opening night that would be something powerful about uniting everyone together. And so that's...
You had people riled
I swear.
up during that speech.
He gets that from me.
They were going to come out their chairs.
Should we win this day, sailors will no longer be known as a flyover city, but the day when the sailors film community said in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. Our dreams will live on and will thrive because today is our Independence Day. Yes.
Yeah.
So I just... next year I'll have to find another speech. Maybe I'll find Al Pacino's speech or
I'll help
something.
you with
I'll
that
just
one.
twist around or something. I don't know.
I'll help
Say
you with that
goodnight
one.
to the bad guy.
It's gonna be hard to top an Independence Day speech because that's like one of the best of all time. So,
I got you
This
in
is
that
gonna
one.
be a long time since you know the bad guy dressed this good.
yeah.
I'll say for the first time, that's actually like it was just funny to see you like really speak up and just kind of just go out with that. I love it. I just love it.
Well,
It brought tears.
it brings tears to Clayton's eyes. I don't think that's
Well,
possible.
I mean,
of
my eyes got a
laughter.
little wet.
It was
but,
dusty
you know.
in there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was dusty.
Yeah. So,
We will take this day.
so, but it was a great Friday. I want to thank our feature film, Chris Grega, the 88 millimeters. They gave us a lot of credibility this weekend with bringing their films to the film festival. So appreciate their love and giving their support. What's some of the highlights of some of the films played Friday? I'll go ahead and go to the sheet here.
Yeah, I
for
had
our
to go to the
Friday.
sheet just
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
damn.
when you've seen 3 days of films,
They all
it's kind of
kinda
hard
run
to
together,
kind of
right?
I mean, 18 hours of film, something
So
like that.
we started off with the Friday the 13th, Stephen Arkell.
I like that so much.
My City, My Home with St. Floyd. I was trying to get the crowd about St. Louis. The Pleasure Max 3000, Mr. Keenan started.
Oh yeah.
It was great being a robot, dog.
Impact's Wild Bears was filmed at Clayton's house, which was a fun film. And then Purvis Mansion, Ben Vogt, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is an awesome skit there. The Purvis Mansion.
This boy here got
And I
range.
mean, you happen to be acting in it. I mean, I thought you played that role really well.
Yeah.
You might have more potential in that as that character, I think.
Well, I kind of want to make sure the Wild Bears and Purvis Mansion play together. That way people see a little range.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't want to get typecast at the first night. So
I mean, you never got range. That's what makes it so great.
So
But Purpose is so fun.
So we did Calvin. That was a fun one, and then the Chili Dog Chum.
Yeah, I'd never seen that one before.
And then 30 Days of Post-Production Odyssey.
Yeah, 35 days. Yeah,
35 days. Yeah.
And when I was watching it, like I thought it was like a real situation, and I mean, I kind of thought, well, maybe they're recreating some scenes that they, had been in. Like sometimes they'll recreate, scenes for a movie because that's what actually happened. But
I think
it was all script. But
It
I
was
got
very
so engrossed
realistic,
into it that
How
like
people
that,
do it.
in the end, I was like, "Oh man, this is fictitious," but that's a good book or movie because talking about books getting you engrossed in, where you just lose your whole other reality that you get engrossed into it. And that movie is very engrossing.
Yeah, surprised they had the moon and of course Lux from The Point. That was pretty amazing. But I definitely love how the chemistry between those characters kind of really played off together, and kind of how we did. We start like this, and then goes into that. And how the ending was, I would definitely give them the 10 out of 10 because it doesn't matter about the award that's given to you. It's the fact of you're still appreciated for what you have done with your crew. So that right there, Alex, it was a good feature for Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended the Friday night with our old after party. And I think a lot of people got a little... they had a good time. Let's just say
Yeah,
it like
well,
that.
we brought the
Empty
fireball
stomachs.
cake.
We
They got
didn't,
heavy up in there.
we didn't have our food catering in that Friday. We're so busy getting ready. A lot of empty stomachs drinking.
Two of us were half starved.
Yeah.
So
We lasted though.
yeah. So
Did.
Then we went to Denny's.
then we went to Denny's, and then we came back that Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I was a little thinking like, I hope everybody's moods would be good after we got 3 days of being together. We all love each other, but we're all like a family. It's like
Yeah.
a family vacation for all of us. I was a little But
Yeah,
everybody was Cheerio the next day. Everybody was good.
Actually, and first off, shout out to, of course, Lee and also Breakthrough Media and Circle Music Group for letting us have a party there. You know, definitely great people. So for 2 days too, it was always fun.
Yeah, that was. Oh, let me see. That's
we got Saturday.
Sunday. Yeah.
They both have S, but one has a U and the other one's an A.
Oh, you telling me how to spell? Of all people at this table?
It was S-U.
Of all the people
Keenan,
at this
I've
table.
seen your Facebook post. You know,
Yeah.
seen your spelling.
So there we go.
What?
There's our Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, we started off with some skits. We had the new Talking with Keenan, Darren Relaford, Horatio, Dr. Horatio, Hi Grandma, Small Time Robbery, the Punch Out 2020, which we had a little technical error.
I love that one so
didn't
much.
play correctly. High Five, James Dean, one of his new shorts. That went over. People were laughing their asses off.
Yeah, that got a really big reaction, and I mean it. You know, it caught people a little off guard with the content, but it was good. It was, everybody's like, "Ooh," but they all laughing and enjoyed it. I thought it was.
Yeah, I love James Dean.
Pretty good short film.
Yeah, what if you were in that situation, Keenan? What would happen?
Who the fuck knows?
I mean, when I first saw it, I thought, oh well, the lady's husband's gonna kill him. I mean, there's gonna be a murder here. No, it was
the other way around.
It was a multi-way or something. What are that mustache and the beard? That was all good.
I mean, if the guy had a hat on, I would be like, "Is that Clayton up there?" I would be like,
"Jeez."
But yeah, you got to give him the high five. That's right. Whatever.
Our failures episode, it was actually episode 6. That was a misprint. But shout out to Grant Hewlett. He passed away 2012. He was the creator of that show. And so when we decided to do the M.O.A.M, I did want to play the failures just in honor of him. But I think it went over pretty well, that episode.
Hey, he'll be proud of you, bro. For real.
And then this was my favorite film of the whole weekend. And I'm going to tell you why. Jake and John, Out of Smoke. I'm going to pull up a clip. But go ahead and talk about that, Clayton.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like it because, I mean, it's filmed on my location, one of my locations. But also, it was fresh. I mean, all the films are fresh, but, just the way he put it together, and it was pretty cool. It throws back to the old Cheech and Chong. It was a funny film. Mm-hmm. But they made it through they found what they wanted, so they got their smoke.
They got the fish and smoke.
and the fact that this is Jake's debut film, and it had the laughs, it had the clap, it just had So they had fun doing it.
Yeah, I mean, technically filmed it on his iPhone, his first film. But what I loved about it, I was sitting there up in the balcony. I kind of got a little teary-eyed. Everybody was just teary-eyed all weekend, I guess. But it reminded me of when I was in my early 20s and when I was making Suburban Times and on the public access channel, and how much fresh it was and new experience, and how none of this other bullshit of people, tribalism shit, and it was just all about making films and being creative and having fun with your friends. And you could tell this film that they were having so much good time that I was just enjoying watching them having a good time.
Yeah. Well, you were reflecting on your times of being the first movie you made.
But I thought the chemistry was great. I mean, because you could tell they were all friends, and I thought I don't know. I think if they had a budget, I could think this could be like the next Kevin Smith kind of deal. Is that funny to me? I don't know. So people are into that finding weed kind of movies.
Yeah. Good comedy.
So what do you think, Keenan?
It was definitely fun. I got to play, not that I play 2 parts, but I had one specific character. But the gorilla, I had to play in some of the roles in for certain locations. It was hot under there, but it was just fun. Like I said, with that type of movie, you're going to have laughs. You're just going to just be yourself and just, get the right chemistry in for each character. So I'll definitely give Jake and John a shout out. You guys, for one, y'all young, y'all definitely had a good debut film. And honestly, I'll give y'all an award for the best film, honestly, in my opinion.
And the next common thing was Matches Malone. That's a good friend of yours, Keenan.
Oh, yes. first off, amazing performer on stage. I filmed him. I filmed twice in 2 locations last year. And first time seeing his comedy for I like how he stays the same. It's kind of like Will Ferrell. Like, he stays the same in, like, certain, like, the clips he's done, but it's still funny and it makes sense. So, like I say, he definitely has a good wide range of, like, projects in him. So I definitely want to see him continue to grow and just kind of just enjoy what you do and, bow. So he did good this weekend.
I think it's nice to see that some of the folks that we think of just doing music and songs, and now they're putting movies out.
And same with Stefan Urkel, same way.
It's really neat to see that.
Yeah.
Like, a whole nother side of the spectrum of them, and they're showing that they're not just based on one thing. They have a whole barrage of talent to show.
Right.
And I do want to say one more for Stefan Urkel, like, same with Matthew Malone. Stefan, like, that dude, when you go see him perform, he's out there just doing everything. Like, any song that he puts out, he's going to go in the bag, he's going to change clothes. He does it for every song. I'm like, okay, that's amazing. And then seeing his music videos, he definitely has the idea of how he wants to kind of, go with it. Like I said, those guys are amazing. So we definitely did have a lot of music, though, during the film fest. That was pretty amazing to kind of mix all that in together.
And then our next block, we showcased The Queen, which is a great series. We just did the first episode, but there's actually 4 episodes on Louiswood Productions on YouTube, so you can check out the whole series.
Beautiful
That's
series.
out, The Queen, with Rena Phoenix, yeah. I was going to say Arquette for some reason. I don't know why, but anyways. But yes, that's a great series, and we did the City View, and then we did Take Me a Thing, but then we did Mike. Sorry.
What?
Then we did Mike Check the movie. Anyways,
Yeah. Well, I think we're all probably thinking of that where they kidnapped. Well, don't want to reveal too much, but yeah, the guy was.
It was a marathon of events.
yes.
Kidnapped and yeah.
Well, the Mike Check the movie, the film was about bringing St. Louis together in the hip hop scene. So I thought it was important to show that one of the nights, because what we're trying to do with M.O.A.M is we're trying to bring all these different industries together, which we just mentioned, and so I thought that was a great film to show Saturday, and thank you, Zoe, for coming out and giving the support. And then we did another block here. It was The Best Rapper Alive, which was a great film. I thought that was touching with Stefan Urkel. Morbius, the final trailer, which was a fan film, kind of fan trailer.
Still
from
my
Impact.
favorite song from those guys.
Yeah, and
It
then
is really good.
the Club Love, I wasn't sure how the Club Love was going to come off, but it did get a lot of laughs down
Oh,
there.
definitely.
I don't know if it was Clayton or the guy in that ugly sweater. I don't know what it was.
I don't know.
But that was a
I
good
think
one.
it was the female star of the show.
Mm-hmm.
She
Maybe.
had the
That's
best
true.
role.
Well,
They
yeah,
had
she
matching
got with the guy.
Got the guy.
Yeah.
The guy, and that's a good-looking guy, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Man.
It's
Let me
based
tell
on a true story, I think.
I
It
was,
looks like it might
That's
be.
pretty much how we met, yeah. So,
that was like our first film that we did at Club Clays, I believe. Very
it
first.
was one in the basement, yeah. I think it was.
2001.
Yeah. I think
That was
it
like
the first
April
one.
or May or something.
Yeah, and then Getting Dough with Tweezy the Don music video.
Oh,
and then Two in the Chamber. I lost count how many people got killed in that movie, but
We can watch it again, do a kill count.
That's probably about 40 or more. I
40
mean,
or more,
You
yeah.
do a shot for every time someone dies in that
oh
movie?
yeah.
Yep.
That would be a
You would be
whole
dead yourself,
segment
yeah.
to do. Mhm.
That'd be a fun thing to do, like on a podcast. Play and everybody do a shot when somebody dies in Two in the
Someone
Chamber.
gets shot. Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
two in the, but it was Two in the Chamber Part 2. So
There's the first one.
Yeah, I mean, there's the first
the
one. I kind of
chamber.
wonder how many got the first one. I was almost like thinking, well, probably nobody died in the first one. They got everybody in the second one.
Well, probably the same actors were in the first one, so they're twin brothers in the storyline all got killed in the second one. So that's
Man.
probably what
But it
happened.
was
That's
a
the
shoot
part
fest.
2 of it,
was a
right?
shoot
Right,
fest.
right.
We killed the first brother in part 1 and part 2.
Jeez.
Get those
Oh my
twins.
gosh.
Yeah. So,
Gotta give them ideas.
so because I know how it is with casting. Some of my friends have to play multiple
Would that
roles.
be called a
back then.
Oh, man,
double
we've been there.
feature?
Yeah, but
That's a double feature.
Tweezy was Officer Frank, right? Wasn't that what it
The
was?
undercover cop,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Mhm.
Well,
And
acting
he was
chops.
he was kind of pulling the strings, and well, y'all have to watch the movie
That-
to see what
that-
happened. But
Yeah.
I
Too bad you weren't there to watch it with us.
Yeah.
Right. But I think it's online, and that's the only one video that we had to play off a DVD. So there had to be a switch over. We had a DVD player. So I haven't seen a DVD in a long time, but I saw one.
I'm gonna buy one.
Yeah.
Clayton buys them all.
You don't have that one for your collection, do you?
Not yet.
No.
DVD player?
I do.
Not yet.
I do have it.
have to have
Squeezy
it.
probably wants the back though. It was his DVD. All right, and then Saturday night we went back to Mr. Lee's and we had a good old time.
Set it up again?
No. We got we had like entertainment.
Oh my god!
Stand up.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness, you're
that's
right.
That's why you're on this podcast.
Yeah.
Peter.
We gotta give them shout outs.
Let me hold on. Let me
Yeah.
go back to that.
Yeah, the comedy, and then we had the music.
Yeah, we had a lot. We had a good comedy, poetry.
Yeah.
Sean T, one of our best friends of ours, and I never. He put on a great act. Ray laid down the truth. Easy Don P, like I said,
Yeah.
great guy from Atlanta. He was a good singer, very, very good range. We had King Perp that came up. So we had a good entertainment block by the end of that. So it was definitely some good fun.
So our group chat. Just, I just.
Does anybody want to
we
know
don't,
what they changed in their diet?
I mean, once I changed it back to the AU and core group, everybody just wants to talk about all the.
Everything
Well,
else.
you're very strict. You're very strict in your chat rules.
Well, the chat has been blowing up today. I think everybody was super excited about this weekend. So.
I know what you were worried about because we were all spending so much time together, and it a lot of work went into this weekend. There was a lot of behind the scenes that people don't know about, and it's frantic and it's hectic and you got to hurry and there's 15,000 stairs to walk up
my ass
all
hurts so
day
bad.
long,
Well,
and some of them are very precarious. Some of them you can't even
Cat
see. and I was a little concerned about people getting in tiffs, but you know what? We all did not.
Yep.
I mean, it didn't happen. We were all great, and I'm just
Yeah.
the mood stayed high, and I know that's because the energy that was there was just so positive.
Yes,
We all had
very, very
popcorn.
positive energy all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, popcorn.
I don't think I remember any ugliness or
Well,
bad vibes.
There's a
So
little bit, but it was solved.
Yeah, I mean, we had a guy with a lanyard that was excited about his name being on there, so that one.
Yeah. We
Like,
gave him
it's
some
like-
cheese. He was happy after that.
It was like taking a kid. It's like taking a kid, and he's like 7 years old to Chuck E. Cheese, and he's just gonna go frantic. I'm like, let him be.
I think I could deal with a 7-year-old at Chuck E. Cheese better than I could deal with the wine guy.
Some people are different.
yeah. I mean, he probably wanted some cheese with that wine, as they say.
Yeah, let me see if I gotta.
We can give it to him at Denny's.
And like I kept saying, it's like we mostly do stuff during the weekends. Like we could do something Friday, then probably do something Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday maybe. But like we actually did something during the whole weekend. Like we basically worked our whole ass off for a whole 72
little sleep,
hours,
little
I
food.
guess. 72 hours worth of it. Like it was. Everyone did their part. Everyone came through.
Yeah.
We contributed a lot. And of course, a lot of people donated towards the theater. So we definitely, we put this to that and then that to this. We pulled it off good. So I'm
And
proud
then
of all of us.
one of the shout outs, we had married the ghost Jane that. Oh wait, she didn't show up. But we had
I thought she was
Sean
in a
T.
competition of some sort, so she had another engagement. It's the same night. It was
But Sean T went out there and just killed it. So
Our boy Uncle Sean.
When the last time you seen Steve Harvey stand next to the motherfuckers at the Apollo Theater? Boy, man. Tourette, host. Can you get off the goddamn stage? Like you on the stage? Wait a minute. When the last time you seen Steve Harvey stand next to the motherfuckers at the Apollo Theater?
thank you, John Travolta.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Shanti, man. You definitely a dude, man. You're a goat.
that was funny. Well, the thing is, you were on stage a little, but but also you were in this fucking white ass suit, all white everything, bright as hell with the lights bouncing off you. So it's kind of distracting in front of the black curtain.
Not to mention the microphone right here, so every time you clapped, people across the street and down the road heard you.
I'm loud as fuck. What do you want me to say?
Right, it was like boom, 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 boom in the theater.
And then it would echo.
Then
I love the glow.
we did the after party. Mr. Lee was nice, and we met some girl that she's a water girl which she was selling us her water. Tell us a little bit about the water, because she really pitched the gin, by the way.
She did. Well, I happen to be the bartender, so she wanted to tell me about her pH balanced level water. I don't remember where she said she got it from, but she did a lot of research on it, and it's like supposedly like the purest of purest, no bad minerals, bad pH.
Probably high pH or low.
I don't
whatever
know.
It's basic water.
Mr.
It's not overly acidic. It's more basic than
He knows more
acidic.
about it than me.
I think they get it out of the sawmill, out of the soil. I think that's what she goes down there. And
We're probably gonna start bottling that water.
Oh my Lord!
so
Call it haunted water.
Oh,
and then
because you'll be dead after drinking it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Poison.
Zing.
That part was always fun.
then Sunday, everybody was in great mood. Sunday morning, we knew that was the final stretch there. And we got Ian with his Red Shark trailer. It was so good we played it twice. So
Yeah, we did. We did.
I didn't know.
Good
Maybe you
shows.
fell asleep and hit the repeat
No,
button.
he sent me the file twice, and so anyways, but it was
It was good.
It deserves to be played twice, and here's why.
Yeah.
Because you know how long it probably took him to make that
Oh my
animation?
gosh!
Yeah.
Yes,
That's probably like that.
that's probably
3-minute clip is probably a
year.
whole year of his life, in his,
Like
in
20
his
hours.
apartment. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, that's
The old days
that's
of
just
Gumby.
hard to do. I don't know how you have the patience to move everything just half a millimeter, take a picture,
yeah.
Well,
and then move it half a millimeter more, take a picture.
Right.
I couldn't do it.
Where's the I don't know where the excitement is. Like
Well, don't you remember making those like flip books in school?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess at the very
Yep.
end.
And
It's,
you see it
Yeah.
going like, oh,
Picture
look
by
what I
picture.
did.
a lot of work
Yeah.
involved.
So
that's for sure.
when he sees the finished product, is probably where he gets his.
You really focus that well. That's scary. I can't even do that. I could try, but I know
I
I
gotta
can't do
give
that.
him a shout out. He was at every single night of our hunt. this
yeah,
year.
he loved
Every
he loved the
single
haunted
night.
house too.
he did come to every night.
Every single night
Yes, he
he
did.
was
He
there.
enjoyed
I think
it.
he only went through once, and I remember he ran out of that.
He was.
thing.
Yeah, he was.
Because we have it on video. Because I did an interview with him when he came out, but he ran past me. I was like, "Hey, wait, come back here, come back here."
There's a chainsaw chasing him. So
Yeah.
I saw that.
That was great.
I had to scoot some leaves over the path a little bit.
Right, and then we had our 1:00 block, and this was a really great build up on Sunday. We had the grandma's bingo, we had Brittany and Whitney's Ouija board, and then these hit really well for me. I thought the Cheese Monster and the Jean Brando went over really well. How the Grinch Stole a COVID Christmas. That seemed like it went well, and even the elves come out at night.
That was so good.
People were giggling at that, and I was a little worried playing that one because that was more like a skit on the stage that we filmed or whatever. But it went over well, and then I didn't think Dancing for Donuts was going to get the reaction it got, but I just think with that video it just shows the love of humanity of people, strangers all like.
That's so much fun. I want to do that.
Let's
I
try
mean,
it. Let's
I
try it
heard
again.
at least 4 or 5 people in the audience say, "Oh my gosh, if they do something like this, I want to do it."
Yeah.
Like
Donuts
you
and
do
rolls.
that, and then we will have a crowd. Man. I'm telling you, people want to see that. After COVID, after all the separation, after the no-go with new places, people want to come together. They want to be a part of something, and I would absolutely be honored if you asked me to help you with something.
It was a perfect clip. I'll say that.
was awesome.
It
We should do
it was
Dancing for
perfect
Chicken
all the way
Strips.
There's I kind of
Oh, chicken.
stole
Chicken
the idea.
nuggets.
It wasn't donuts. It was something else people were giving out on the street. Maybe it was like ice cream or something. But I thought like
Bibles, I guess.
and they had to do something to get ice cream or something. And I was like, well, maybe like dancing. And I was like, what's a D? I was like, donuts. And I was like, oh, dancing
Yeah,
for
donuts.
donuts.
Rhyme
That's
time.
how we,
It was really cool.
So, because who doesn't like donuts?
Now I would say
don't.
now the Cheese Monster. I still like how we did the one table flip. That was one take. That was
Yeah,
that
and
was
almost
one
took
take.
it was almost the last take because it almost took out the camera. I forgot. It was Joe Moore blocked it with his hand before it hit the camera, but it was a good shot though. It was a good.
Having
Yeah.
Shane turn into a Hulk AG, that's
yeah.
fabulous.
It was
Big
the first
black
time I'd seen that. I saw that and I couldn't stop laughing.
I know, it was great.
It was ridiculously funny.
It did good.
So good. AG did good in a lot of the skits that he was in.
He did. Let's not give him a big head though. It's not. Hopefully he's not listening. I'm gonna let you talk about the next music video that you were in, and give a little shout out to those people from Southern Illinois, Keenan.
Oh yes, so West East Management. They corrected me the last time. Of course, Shelby, for those of you, she used to be an actress for another group, and then now she's gonna be doing some singing. We did me, Shemaine, and Joy Maxwell, and some other great people within the network. Did her first music video, which was Mess. Of course, Sabrina and Afshin, did some great directioning and everything else in between. The story itself, I think it's like just more relationship issues, but and we did like a whole lot of takes, but we all did our part, and Afshin and Sabrina wanted to get everybody in, so we did our parts well.
Yeah, it was nice that they include everybody in the video, and
Yeah.
I thought it sounded pretty good in the theater. It sounded really nice.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I liked that song. It was,
I did too.
very, very good song.
yeah.
That was my date.
It's weird to me how things that probably I watched on my phone seemed a lot different when they were on the big screen. I don't know. It was
Well,
different experience.
a lot of the comments that I've seen from people whose films were up there, like some of the actors and actresses, were just in awe because they've seen it, they've watched it on their phones at home, but to see it up there on that large screen just made them feel, a whole range of emotions. So.
Yeah,
Oh wow! Wait, we just
the
forgot
big
about
screen
it.
is important.
We forgot about Logan Park.
Oh, we'll get to that. It's fine.
Okay.
Funny, gentlemen.
So then we had Casually Not Dating by Dave and Karen Drewley, which was
That was hilarious.
I was
good.
laughing.
That was hilarious.
They're going to be on the podcast later in the month, the whole cast. And then Vicky, I mean, man, that broken window in the attic, that one just broke my heart. Like,
That kind of hit.
was,
They had a lot of people, dog.
yeah, that was wow. That was
Yeah.
got me a little emotional watching that one. And then Mr. Tim Mosley with Cuffed Up.
Oh man,
I'm gonna let Keenan talk about one of the scenes.
I think everybody knows
It was-
exactly what you're going to talk about.
It was a good film, and then it had a little shock value in one scene. And
I was very out of the whole thing.
And then let me tell you what was going on in my mind. I was up in the balcony and that scene happened, and the woman told him to do something with her butt, and I got really fucking nervous because I was like, I watched the films, I checked them, and I scanned through them because I didn't watch them all the way through like that one because it was turning a little late. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen in the scene. I hope I didn't skip over because I just made sure like the beginning, middle, and credits were all like included with
So
the
you
file.
didn't know if it was.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't let that really be going on in the next couple minutes. Because
I thought Sunday was Family Day too.
I know.
I thought this one. What?
So somebody fucked up.
so I was like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't go where I think it's going to go.
Everybody was just busting out.
People were like,
dude.
"Oh," you could hear like.
Oh
and then the
yeah,
hush fell
everybody.
over the crowd. Everybody was like bated breath. Is this really going to happen?
And then everybody bust out laughing and was carry on after
Like,
that.
I mean,
They
like,
thought it was
like
good.
the first few minutes in, it was like, okay, it was all chill, shocks and everything else. It's just that scene alone for like 2 minutes straight, laughs, cracks, and cries, and you and AG called me out. Fuck, I love you.
Sure did. Sure did.
What?
Because I hear you say that so much, Keenan. So yes, I called you out on that.
I could hear Tweezy laugh, his laugh, 'cause he
I'm
has his own laugh, and then Tracy's like, "Oh hell no, hell no!"
And then me and AG both went, "Yeah, Keenan."
That's an my role.
Then At All Costs, which I thought was a great film as well.
Oh, that was so
I
good.
mean, it's Vicky and Karen, the ladies of the Lou of filmmaking, and same as Shemaine. Wow, are they great or what?
Stellar.
Stellar.
Yeah, that movie was very engrossing. It,
Yeah.
Then the one kid, he played the two characters. It was just,
Yeah.
I mean, to make them look the same but different haircut, But
Yeah.
And I think that movie alone, like, I don't know, because I'm not really a parent, but like, I don't know if
They knows about it. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, like if parents like they could go through that and kind of go in that phase. I mean, it was still good regardless. Like it was a good story, but it really just like turned heads for everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It was,
that's one filmmaker. Hey, Vicky, if you're watching,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
I play a lot of comic characters, but let me try out. Let me try out for something. So,
Ooh, I got something to say afterwards. Go ahead. I was gonna say, and I know I did say this on stage. So like for us, as comedy people, we do that all right, and then we can kind of just go through our day with it. But like with it ever be a day, we would try out for like serious roles, like serious acting roles, and it's gonna be kind of hard, especially for me.
Yeah, I was about to say, Keenan. I think
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta really give me my mental stage though. That's the thing.
I mean, I
just
see you
need to-
typecasted in comedy. I don't know,
Why
Keenan.
don't
I
we
want
just-
I want to see you. Change my mind.
We can catch him when he's just really tired and needs to recharge. That's probably when he'd be
that's
the most
probably-
serious.
I don't,
Right,
no, it's
right.
not even just that. It's like I can be in a good mood no matter what. Like if I'm with you guys, okay, but like at work it can be a little bit different. But I think you have to really, you got to get me off my edge. That's how I can kind of go at it. You guys really dumb. I mean, y'all love me like hell, but like I can't get mad too much. But unless you really let me think of something, okay, we'll see what happens. But again,
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, a lot of comedians have done it. Robin Williams and all kinds of things. So it's not impossible.
So I hear
Yeah,
a challenge.
well,
I hear
he was-
Keenan
he was-
saying someone needs to write him a serious role.
Yeah. We'll
it's
see.
a
We'll
good
see.
chance. It's a chance.
You can't
And
smile though, Keenan.
Oh, yeah, about not smiling.
No smile in these serious. There we go. Oh man, look at that look. Dang.
Nose is
Hold on,
flying
you
out.
better zoom
All
in on that.
right, for the audience here, let's just do a little.
Take the
try
glasses
right now.
off.
Yeah.
Take those goofy
Glasses
glasses
off.
All right, Keenan, your dog just died, and you got to tell your wife over the phone that Lucky is no longer alive.
Hey, honey. Listen, it's really hard for me to say, but Lucky was hit by a milk truck, and he didn't make it.
And then the lawnmower ran over him too.
I'm gonna give you one. That's
Applause.
a charity applause right there,
That
Keenan.
really a challenge. I mean, that was too easy.
Your highest
yeah.
voice went fast.
Yeah.
Because he held it back so long it had to come forth.
Okay. Well, there you go, Vicky. If you're watching, there's his audition. All right. So we got the big block at the end there, and the grand finale, and Now Until Eternity, Jessica Ambio, I think. The Grumbler, Basement Shane, and then we finished it with the feature from 88 millimeters, which was an epic film, Sound of Nothing from 88 millimeter. That was
Indeed. There was a lot going on there.
great ending of the night. We had
No kidding.
these people in that block, and even the block before, were, in my opinion, are the top filmmakers in St. Louis, and it was just great to have all their names together on one sheet like that. So it was a success. The theater, they want to renew. They want to do a second M.O.A.M. So it looks like we're probably going to be doing another one next year. There's things that we're going to build on top of it. Obviously, we had a couple technical errors and a couple things we need to work on.
Yeah.
But that's just, it is what it is, and it was the first festival, so
Now,
I think out of the gate we did great.
Now I'm thinking for next year, before we start, the week before or whatever, we need to do like a pre-MOAM. We could do like a private screening and then kind of, go out with it. A lot of people do that stuff.
So it's not a promo; it's a primo.
Hey,
Wow.
Primo. I like that. Hey,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to our primo.
how you doing?
If people remember, we had a luncheon, I think it was like the month before the festival. We could have played films that day and had stuff, then bring stuff and
Pizza
show.
was good.
Are you suggesting that the week before another 3-day event, we show 3 days worth of video?
No, I was
do like a day or two.
I was just saying if people want to bring clips or something and just have the screen
Little
playing.
teasers.
yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
during the luncheon or whatever we had.
That's
but
okay.
Well,
I mean, I was just saying we could have had the screen set up, but basically we did that luncheon because a lot of the people didn't know about Miners Theater, and it was just a chance for them to see what it was.
I mean, we say a lot of people come through.
Because it was a lot to do a first time festival because people don't know what they're getting themselves into. They're donating their film to be screened, and they don't know what.
I can tell you, if we do it again next year at the Miners Theater. We made some connections in town, stores and businesses that didn't know what was going on, didn't know what it was
Yeah.
about, and I actually got told about a connection on Facebook that we're now part of. So we'll probably have more of Collinsville
Yeah.
coming
We're gonna
together.
primo
Have
it.
the whole city have a city event have a fucking parade come down the street.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, fucking parade with a big old Keenan,
Keenan
big old
be
blow
the-
up. It's going away. Yeah,
The Grand Marshal.
yeah. He can be the Grand
The
Marshal.
ground marshal, not the
he'll be
grand
doing-
marshal, the ground.
He'll be doing the band. Keenan will be doing the band. So,
Just give me a whistle.
Oh my goodness gracious!
but I think next year we're gonna have some breakout rooms with some panels and different things like that. Make it more informational for the filmmakers and people like that. And so I really did like the question and answers. I just don't think we had enough time. And maybe have some of the questions written out and have more research of the films before the questions were asked and stuff like that. It's not his fault.
But I think we were pretty broad with the questions. I mean,
Yeah,
to
no,
some
they're very
cases.
broad questions, but then you could go upstairs and have a panel discussion where you could really get real deep in each of their films and things like that.
But we had a time limit.
Yeah, so kind of like what we were doing with the podcast station, but have an audience be able to watch it. So, one of my ideas that I would want to do next year, but I know that we're all going to have a meeting in a couple of weeks. We have a big committee meeting, and we're all going to discuss and kind of figure out what the next steps are going to be. I do have a big announcement. This is big. So the next of Irish United event is going to be called the Irish United Winter Warm-Up. And what that is, it's going to be at the theater, and we're going to have in the audience talent agencies, music producers. We're going to have venue owners and stuff like that. And then we're going to have on stage each filmmaker, comedian, to musician gets 5 minutes real quick. They come on, say their name, and it's like a kind of a showcase of all for like a whole like 4-hour block. And so they're going to be performing from venue owners like this Mr. over here that potentially might own a theater or a bar. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this guy over here.
The
But
days shall be counted.
Clayton's going to be making some moves this year. And that's all.
Big moves.
Pressure.
But it'll
Elon
be
Musk over
something
here.
to really help.
Hey, now, don't
bring
cuss
people
me.
together. so that's the next thing we're going to do. So,
Buy my bitcoins. Yes.
and then
Oh Lord!
They'll
mean
be
your arcade
they're going to be
tokens.
clay coins. Get it? Like
clay
old
coins.
clay. Never mind.
Like clay tokens.
Everything. Yeah.
but but that's the next thing, and then obviously we have a bunch of ideas floating. People were talking about bringing some skits back.
They
and
are.
doing some,
They are. You start a little fire under that.
Creative juices are flowing.
flowing in
Some
the
of the
dead of winter.
ladies,
So much.
And
ladies of Irish United.
there's going to be a flowering and rebirth of all this media from this
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
And by next year, the baby will be out, and we'll have a whole bunch of new product.
Yes.
3 more days, right?
Possibly.
Yes, I think just 3 more days. I told Jen another idea at the hotel, and she's like, her eyes were like, "What?
4
You wanna
days?
do-
I don't even remember what
you
that
wanna
was.
do? You want to do 2 weekends, 10 days straight?" I was like, "Well, I just want."
I'm gonna need
that'd
2
be work.
cases of 5-hour energy drinks.
That's a lot of work.
18
Shit.
electric blankets, 50 gallons of propane,
There's people that do that.
and an air mattress to put on top of the broken
There's people
table.
that do that though. There's people that do that. I'm like, dude, like I would just stick with the 3 days.
You might want to get the promoter to pay for that stuff, General.
And also the CEO soon to be.
But we had a great time at Mo-A-M. I'm gonna check the comments real fast. Keenan, do some shout outs and stuff while I check these comments, and we're
Okay, that one may not know every name, but I want to give a shout out. First off, of course, to Miners Theater.
and hey, keep punching that mic. It sounds great.
I'll pay for it. But yeah, thanks to my theater staff, Stephanie and Sean, and of course to the board and all the staff members of the theater. You guys just open your doors for us to do this, and honestly, it was just a wonder working with you guys. Of course, all the directors, producers, musicians, comedians, and of course AG with the podcast station, Tracy with her photography, to Kurt Combring doing interviews. That was fantastic.
Yes.
Samantha and of course Clayton for the food, Matt for the food, Jen with the linears, and Judy with linears, everything else in between. Like I said, there's a whole lot of people, man. Like I said, we all really contributed so much, and to really, bring this together, like not even just for a day, but for like a whole 3 days. Everybody had a good time. Everyone felt welcome to all that came through, all that couldn't. Of course, to Lily Jones and Don P from Atlanta. We all did what we could, and we just left with smiles. And I do want to say, like, for all of us here, it's one thing when we could do stuff like just certain days during the weekend, but for a whole weekend, first time, I believe. First time doing this.
Epic.
Hey, a lot of people do an event just for one day, and we did the 3-day event, so that's pretty good. We had some comments. DR said a few days. She said it like 17 minutes ago. Sorry, we weren't looking at the comments. Crystal Radford, sweet girl. She was in a couple films. Dude, the animation was awesome, and she got a thumbs up. So somebody liked her comment there. And Out of Smoke was awesome by Joe Mort. That was one of my favorite ones. I appreciate Joe Mort's support all 3 days. I've known Joe for 38 years. He's been with me on almost every project I've ever done in some kind of way. So I love you, Joe. Thank you for coming out to
He
the
was
event.
in a lot of skits too. I saw Artists United Network people in a majority of the skits and shows and movies and videos. Things that I didn't know that y'all were involved in. So that was kind of neat to see that, to be like, Keenan over here and Shemaine over here, and that was really neat to see.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We got to start making some videos.
We pulled it off.
We blew our whole thing. This film time. We got nothing now. We got nothing to show. So
Blew your load this weekend?
yeah, I mean, we got nothing now. So that was it, guys. That was all we had.
Man.
So
Right.
we better get to work and start making some shit because we don't get on the show next year.
Well, now that you got this
bring some
badass
babies to the
studio,
yeah, so
we can utilize it, huh?
yeah, so
Man,
go ahead.
Again, we pulled it off, man. We have fun. We have fun doing this.
Well, I
honestly.
know we already have a skit in the works that we were really excited about.
Oh,
We
yeah?
probably shouldn't probably shouldn't mention it, but we got one that's forming in.
Two.
Oh yes,
Two that are forming.
yeah.
Karen just sent in a comment. Thank you, Karen, for watching. Great filmmaker. More films coming from D&K Films. We're already been talking about which script I need to write next and get it filmed. Well, Karen, let us know. Mr. Clayton has some locations.
Yeah,
He has a bar in his basement too, and then some great locations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love to be able to host movies, and try and get a little pass through moment where I can walk across the screen or whatever. I don't need a speaking part in the movie.
For Clay, I give him credit. Like everything when it comes to your location, a lot of people, music videos and film, like they just say, "Hey, let's go to Club Clay's. Let's go here with Clay or something." You're the man.
I like to foster the arts. So
It was really neat to see his stuff on film. It was neat to see that.
Samantha said FHF7 is base. I don't know what that means, but
Physiology.
Oh
environment
no,
was-
that she's talking about the pH.
the pH.
pH neutral is 7, but if we're talking alkaline waters, it might be 8
was
or higher.
8.5.
It's like
Yes,
it's a
that-
science. It's
that'd
like a
be,
science.
that'd be,
8.5, the
basic
perfect-
solution. Yes.
Yeah, the perfect.
Oh, gotcha.
So
gotcha.
I guess it's
Acidity.
alkaline or whatever, but it's
I didn't
not
get to try
acidic water.
any.
Gotcha.
Everything went so smooth. We didn't really have like no major delays or anything. We just kind of just sped through it and bam.
We had to switch the laptop, but I don't think the people below knew what I was doing up there switching laptops.
You sneaky motherfucker.
So
There were a couple of times we saw his shadow on the screen.
I saw it on the side of the wall.
my big hat. They had
Your
the,
hat.
I saw it was a hat.
Well, they had the I guess as emergency
Well, it was
light.
like a flashback to when the hat bounced across the screen on other.
Well, then we had one guy looking for me, and he came up there and he stood right in front of the light, and it was like a silhouette on the stage, and I was like, "Dude, come over here."
Well, I don't think you could hear very well when you were down those stairs, because at the end of the night when nothing's going on, I was up there because I didn't want to go down the precarious, dark, and scary steps. I probably yelled your name 10 times in mom voice, and you didn't even react.
Yeah. The steps there were kind of real steep.
Awful.
Yeah, I almost fell down a couple
And
times.
dark.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
dark.
yeah, lighting
the old
was needed
days.
up there, but you couldn't have it with the projector.
Yeah.
I had my little flashlight. I was fine, but
I sat on the side of the theater, which was fun.
But I just want to do a final note here. Thank you to all the filmmakers. Thank you guys. Wouldn't have been the festival without you. Thank you to my AUN crew. My
Always
good
work with
friends.
Yeah, AG. I don't know if you
family friends.
AG for doing the podcasting and being there as support for just everyone. I guess we could do some calls. I guess we could try.
Yeah.
It's not scripted, so what do you guys say, Jen, for an overall statement? Why I'm calling Mr. AG up right here.
Why you're calling him?
No, while I'm calling.
Oh.
him.
Oh.
Just kill my dead air for me.
Oh, well,
Please.
again, it was just really nice to have everybody come together and show that just because they're not Paramount or all these known, I don't know a lot of the networks, but you don't have to be someone well known to be well known. You know, you get the right people and the right connections, and you can go anywhere with it. So it's cool to see all that happen, for sure. You answer your phone, so I don't have to keep talking.
I told him I was calling you. I know. I know.
Place out another call or something.
I think I don't know. I think a lot of people are excited for what's going to come next with this, and
People
can't
didn't know
wait
what to
to come together again in person because I don't know of other festivals really in town. So this one blew my mind, and I think people are ready to come back and present something.
Well,
in a
yeah,
year.
that's the cool thing is the people that were there are already
Oh.
planning and preparing what they're going to do for next year.
Here we go. Here we go.
And then, there we go. Let's get AG, and then I was going to kind of...
Boss man.
So AG gave a nice statement on Saturday night, which I thought was a very nice statement. So AG, you're live on the podcast here. First off, thank you so much for all your hard work and your team. M.O.A.M. You guys were fantastic. But I thought you went up on stage and you said something very powerful Saturday. Can you kind of enlighten the audience here about what you said?
Man, I open my mouth and I say stuff and I don't know what it is. I can't be responsible for the good or the bad. But no, I was saying that I was speaking to somebody when I was doing the interviews upstairs, and they likened what was going on to some other things, and I'm saying it should be a marriage of skill and efforts, and we should come together. I mean, the win and lose of it is we shouldn't put our egos first. We should put the talents and the passion first. And we should come together because we're like puzzle pieces. Each different skill set, like I have my skill set, but I work well with your skill set. And together we do powerful stuff. So instead of always having these little tribes, have your little fiefdom, but under the kingdom. But see, everybody wants to be the king. And they'd rather be a pauper. You know, it's better to rule in hell than serve in heaven type thing. And it's not working out for anybody. So I'm thinking maybe if St. Louis changed the paradigm a little bit and start working with each other and learning from each other, we won't be that flyover city anymore. We have way too much talent. I mean, people are just waiting to come out. So I know when M.O.A.M hits next year, whenever it hits, I think what we're going to show in the post-production and the after productions and everything, that people are going to be upset that they missed it, upset that too scared to put something in for it, and upset that they sitting here crossing their arms, sticking their bottom lip out, talking about some, to hell with them, I can do it too. No, do it with.
What was your favorite moment of the whole weekend? And I'm gonna we'll move on. But what was your favorite moment?
Well, I don't know if my absolute favorite, but I absolutely enjoyed all the different videos and all the different people. And when Keenan did the Q&A, the people who were rocking the blockbusters, how regular and humble they were. You know, they didn't come up there with their nose in the air talking about some, yeah, I made that shit. I mean, they were like, no, it took me here. And if you think about it, here's my dedication here. No matter what my job is, it took a year. We all came together as a team. People have different stuff. So it was, what's his name? Mr. Greg?
Chris Greger, yes.
Chris Greger. So if you watched his first night and you understood it, because it kind of threw me at first, I'm like, what am I watching? If you watch his documentary, and then you see how it came together in his satire, and then you watch the what turned out to be a zombie flick.
Sound of Nothing.
Sound of Nothing, yes.
And then you listen to what they all said. I mean, it was powerful. We put the passion first. One dude said, you know, he brought his kids in at cheap labor. He got eaten by his kids when they were zombies. It is a beautiful thing. Everybody can shine.
Yep.
And it took years. So
right.
I'm going to go ahead and give you your flowers before you get off. How many years you've been doing what you've been doing? And how do you build? And if nobody helps you out or comes over, you do it yourself, right? You knock it out. You have a beautiful spot. You're doing what you need to do. I'm doing what I need to do. You're a leader amongst leaders. You put it together. So you and everybody who saddles up like Legos with you, I give you all shout outs because for things you're going to get a diverse audience. And hey, y'all may be lauded as the godfather of bringing St. Louis on the map. That's good shit.
Well, I appreciate all the hard work you guys did and all the support. So thank you for the kind words. Thank you, A.G. Shaw, Metro Phototainment. Check it out. Also, Spark of Life Photography. Those photos will be out this week. There's already some photos out already.
Shay and all the work she did this weekend. Let me
Yes.
tell you, if it wasn't for her policing up there, I'm telling you, she don't forget her too.
Yeah, her behind the scenes, she yelled at me twice for walking in front of her camera.
She
so,
sure did.
So thank you, Shay, for that.
She's security, and she means it. And honestly, I told her, she goes, "What do I do? You say I'm on your team. What do I do?" I'm like,
everything.
Keep bad people away.
Yeah.
So I can work. Or so
Be the mom.
I totally, I mad props to Shay for sure.
So thank you, AG. Talk to you soon. He'll be on later this week. So, all right, bye. All right, that was AG Shaw. We had some more comments coming in. Karen says we love AG. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. That was from Miss Sam. Thank you, Sam, for doing the red carpets. She was great. I had a moment that was kind of two moments I want to talk about. One, we were across the street. I talked to Jen about this, and we had a conversation. But I was sitting there at the after party, and I looked across the street, and I saw the marquee. And I was thinking, like, wow, just 60 days ago, we were sitting in Clayton's garage playing a video game, talking about we should do a festival, and we did it.
Hell yeah.
And
It went from, we should think about doing this, to all of a sudden, hey, Jen, guess what? And it was oh my gosh.
The man put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to go home and make the flyer. And so it just kept rolling. And then, Clayton came up with it. First off, thanks to Clayton coming up with the M.O.A.M. Name. So I'm not going to. So once Clayton said that beautiful name, it was like Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. That's like once you name the baby.
Yeah, I was
you're keeping it. So.
Right. I was like, shit, that just rolls off the tongue good, and that's just something that sticks real. It's real simple.
The M.O.A.M. Festival.
Yeah.
It was something like we never really thought about, but then you actually just build it to make it work.
So when Clayton said that word, and it just fueled me.
Let's call it the M.O.A.M. Theater, or let's call it M.O.A.M. Fest.
So it was great because you know
the M.O.A.M. Theater.
Yeah, the M.O.A.M. Theater. That's gonna be your new name, M.O.A.M. Theater.
And then we did that, and I set the principles that I set with the network that we're not going to charge ever filmmakers to submit films. I think that's I don't know people out there that do that, but
I heard that yes, it can get expensive if you're submitting things to a lot of different festivals.
Right, and then all the filmmakers, they got a free VIP pass, a nice little lanyard with their name on it. So that was important for me to make sure that we're giving back to the artist and also raise money for Miners Theater. I mean, we didn't want to like take a loss with all this stuff, but it was great that we did raise a lot of money for Miners Theater. So there's renovations and stuff going to happen this year with the theater. So when we come back next year, it's probably going to be a better projector, better kind of system going on. They're talking about getting an elevator, so then we'll be able to utilize the third floor. So those steps we all took, folks. I think we're going to have a nice elevator, hopefully soon, someday. It might not happen next year, so. Sean's going to send me a message right now. I don't know if the elevator's going to be there yet. So, Sean, I'm sorry. I might jump the gun on the elevator.
I got my late most of the day.
It is on the list eventually to have an elevator there one day. And we're going to do that for it. And I like the Miners Theater. It's just like if we ever made this into like a Sundance, they always use the Egyptian Theater in Sundance. If you're not familiar with Sundance, Miners Theater is going to be the home for M.O.A.M. So, definitely. So, next year. So, also my other epiphany, a guy said to me this, and we were outside, and he's like, wow, this is so bold and big. He's like, and I was like, I go, yeah, I guess so. And he's like, aren't you afraid that you'd fail? And I said to him, I was like, no. I was like, if it fails, I'll just do something else. You know what I'm saying? But then it made me think, it made me think because people out there, they might not do something because they're afraid of failure, and that's not what you need to do. It's
sometimes you got to accept it and just go on and do something else.
You learn from
Get back up, try again.
You learn from
or do something different.
Right. Let me tell you, folks, I failed a lot in my life, and it's not going to be the end of failure for me. So
I mean,
we all
you
learn
made
a TV show after.
Don't let something. I just want to say to the audience out there, do not be scared of failing because it's a learning process. So we're fortunate. I feel like it was a success, and I'm happy with it.
It went smooth, and no complaints yet. No complaints whatsoever.
Well,
besides
who
stairs.
would?
Well, there
Besides
might be
stairs.
one person. There's always going to be that person, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah,
But no,
Yeah, we had complaints.
Yeah.
But they were so minor.
they're just they're ego complaints. That's what they were. It was,
Just a little bit.
A little bit about my name.
nipped that in the bud.
My name's not on my lanyard, kind of.
General had to take charge a little bit.
he got his name on
I
there.
had to be a little mean.
So we'll finish this out now because we were on here for an hour. I just want to keep it an hour. Clay, your name is Keenan.
Yeah.
That's your name.
How you get me a Clay name?
I don't know. I always
every time.
Well, we look pretty
You
similar.
know why? Because this is why. Because I love you both the same, and you're both my best friends.
Oh,
What? You mean you don't love me more?
I actually love.
you better love this
What,
boy,
your
dog.
name isn't on
I
your
mean,
shirt?
first
Why
off-
isn't his name on your shirt?
I found a good picture of Clayton today to put on my shirt, but
I can't wait.
no, special shout to Clayton because Clayton loaned the money to do the marketing for this event. Thank you, Clayton.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my check.
Yeah, he thought that's why he came today. He thought he was going to pick his check up. It'll be soon.
Paper with a check mark.
Yeah, so go ahead, Keenan, do your last shout outs for the night.
First off, would you ever do this if you worked with anybody else? To be honest,
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Different crew, you mean?
like would you if it wasn't us? Like, would you be able to do?
No, I would not be able to do it without the crew we have here today. No, it would be impossible. And we wouldn't be able to do this probably a year ago. I think this has all been a buildup of all the events and things we've been doing and just what we've been doing with the whole industry here in St. Louis. I don't think we would be able to do this a year ago. So.
Well, like I said, I'm always proud to hear you say that, man. Because I like I said, I love all you guys, the network, and all the other people I've been filming with or promoting with. It's been fun. Again, if you do your part, be grateful about it, and people that give you chances, take it every step of the way. Because honestly, we've been here for 2 years, whatever, and we did that with it, our first time. Let's see some more. Oh my God, who's that guy?
That's just
Who's that dude?
there's Mr. Mike Carroll. Thank you, Mike Carroll, for coming out. Yeah,
Mike, Judy,
and Judy,
Vicky, Kurt.
Vicky and Kurt. Yes, Anton.
Yeah.
And
I'll make sure to get everybody
So
in
many
there.
good pictures taken
That's a
this
good
weekend.
picture.
The
It's
DJs.
been blowing up all day. I've been looking at Facebook and just smiling
Yeah.
all day.
We've been
DJ
getting a
Joey
lot
Max.
of posts.
that guy.
Hat got in the way. But it was just
That was a good photo.
it was definitely a beautiful view for a lot to see, and for those that never been to the theater or really had that experience, we really showed it off right. We got Coach Jordan and Tristan, some good old friends, and
there's
the after
the
party over there.
Party.
The break the media people and also the owners. Ooh,
What was that?
Oh, that's John Travolta.
What you do in your speech?
Oh, you got that from that
Hell yeah.
angle? Oh, I didn't know you.
Yeah, I was sitting on the side.
Oh, I was wondering if there's another angle of that.
Nope.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'll have to look at that later. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had fun. We definitely had a good time, and like I said, a whole lot more to come, man. So definitely shout out to, of course, Myers Theater, to Soldier by Blood, Arts United itself, and just everyone else that contributed, and to all the film directors, actors that submitted, and the comedy, everything. Just thank you, everybody. We really support. That's all I can say on it.
Mr. Clayton.
Yeah, what?
Last shout out.
Guy's name.
Well, I mean, our fabulous host, Keenan,
Yes.
I mean, he was serious, but he also brought some nice comedy to, but, I don't know. I just think that everybody's quietly thinking in the back of their head that this event could be a real blossoming thing for St. Louis to, like I said, make it where we're not a flyover, and this could be the event for everybody to see what's happening in St. Louis.
Yep.
So I think this is the first of many.
And I will say, as far as me hosting, like I've done Clay twice and some other people a few times, but I think this one right here, it was definitely different from those because it's a newer, I guess, environment, or I guess like a newer type of occasion because you got like a whole lot of people. Seats after seats after seats, and hosting is a hard job, but I still did my best. And once again, thank you guys for choosing me to be a host. And yeah, it was always good fun.
Well, I'm going to have to up my game at Club Clay's, to get some more of these big events at my house.
Yeah, Keenan might be charging us next year to host. Yeah, so, Jen, final words, Jen.
He will work for
read my
Gummy
mind.
Worms.
Final word from Miss
I'll be happy with that too.
Lewis. Miss Lewis.
I want to say thank you for getting my name right in person here and not on the lanyard.
I fucked up on the lanyard too?
No, it was actually on one of your flyers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, on the poster. Yes, yes.
No,
You gotta
I
correct
just
that shit.
You're right. I think the most pivotal moment for me was that conversation we had. It wasn't the conversation, it was seeing that moment you experienced, because Matt, you put everything into everything that you do, and you brushed it off like, oh, whatever, it's for you guys, but I see what you do and I see the hard work you put into it, and to witness that moment for you was kind of a special thing for me, because I care about everybody in this group probably more than most do.
Mother hen.
I do. I mean, I will go to hell and back for all of you, and to see everybody just do what we did this weekend, and to hear everybody's comments about it, and to see everybody's smiles, and to feel the emotion. Yeah. I mean, there were movies that made you just really just stop and take a breath. Like, I mean, the Cancer Society movie.
Yes.
That was, my aunt died of breast cancer, and so to see that and to know that movie is being used all over to spread that message. And we were blessed to have it there. I mean, there's just so many things I could say about this weekend, but I'm just super excited to be a part of it and can't wait to watch it get bigger and better.
Yes.
I got one more. I'm so sorry. No. This silly deal. I'll be good.
We were ending it.
I want to thank all the haters out there for thinking of us. I had to say it.
Well, that publicity is
thank
also
all the
good.
haters, dog. You thought about us.
I don't think they realize what they do is because when you haters that hates, you unified the whole group like the week before. So this person knows who he is. So
they not just one.
They know who they are. So thank you for unifying the group right before the big event.
That was probably the fuel to our fire. Really,
I'm like, Mike,
so thank you.
We love a challenge.
It has to get said somehow.
But here's the thing.
Go for it.
I want everybody to be included with this. So, if you can put it in your heart, haters out there, we want to work with everyone. So, but you gotta come with love though. You can't come with like ego and and if you can come with love, the door's always open for anybody here in St. Louis. And
maybe your heart will grow 3 sizes that day.
Oh, man.
Is that good or bad?
Yes.
That's good.
So
we are all about forgive and forget, right?
Right.
We
are.
So you want to hate now and love later? I'm open for that.
Right. So thank you guys for making M.O.A.M what it was. We're going to be doing a lot of things.
Not the last.
This machine is not stopping, so we're going to have a lot more events with the Arch United Network. With Clayton Club Clays is going to be having some great events. The Haunts is going to be going on in September again, and that's going to be bigger and better too.
Oh man!
So there's a lot of great things, and we would love you all to be involved with the network. So just reach out and keep watching the podcast, The Daily Dirt. So we're going to have a lot of these filmmakers on this month. And keep showcasing St. Louis like we do. Love everyone, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Artist United Network.
Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Dig.